Hi, my name is Arissa Redman. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm 21 years old. I grew up in the church. I had no desire for a relationship with Christ. I didn't know him for myself. I just knew him through my parents. At the age of 17, I started looking for love and peace in all of the wrong places, and using different vices such as smoking or drinking, going out to the clubs, just partying, going to men, using men to, fill the void that I needed to be filled. And in living in so much sin, I was living in sexual immorality. Living in so much sexual immorality, of course, I ended up conceiving a child, and I chose not to keep that child because the person that I chose to dabble in sexual immorality was not a good person to me. So that led me into a deep depression. I ended up going back to church because that was where I knew I could find forgiveness, and I was searching for forgiveness within myself, but I couldn't seem to find forgiveness. Eventually, after months of going faithfully, um, God spoke to my pastor, and he told my pastor that somebody in the congregation was struggling to forgive themselves, and God forgive them for the abortion that they had. And that set me free from so much self-hate, so much depression, so much hatred that I had towards myself. Eventually, that started just my walk with Christ and my path to righteousness. Eventually, I was able to acknowledge that I was seen and I was given grace. For the first time in my life, I experienced and acknowledged grace and what it felt like. The biggest lesson that I learned from my entire testimony was there is no freedom without Christ. God took the path that I was on, leading myself, the path that I chose myself to death. He took that path and he exchanged it for the destination that he had for me ultimately, which was eternal life. My biggest lesson was there is no vice that can give you eternal joy. There is no vice that can give you eternal peace. The only way to receive eternal joy and eternal peace is through Christ.